righty then.
West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Tony, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another West Coast Wednesday right here on Prospector Radio. I'm your... so now...
You're the what?
I don't know what the heck I am. I forgot already.
Yeah, it's got the...
Never mind. Let's moving on. What's going on, guys?
I was going to say, you want to start over? Or,
Oh, screw it. They know who we are by now.
That was pretty good. We are. I am.
Yeah, we're fun to watch.
I just had a complete blank, dude. I don't know what the heck happened.
What's in that vape?
I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. It's like mercy. Oh well, like I said, I think everybody knows us by now, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we hope so.
Yeah.
We're here.
I would think they do after all this time. Man, what's going on, guys? It's Wednesday.
Get ready for hunting.
You're getting ready for hunting. You're leaving when?
Deer season.
So you're not going to be here Sunday, right?
Nope. Sunday night I will be hunting. I'm going up to the cabin Monday and Tuesday and probably come back either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So
He's going to come back with some free meat.
you're
He's
correct.
got to love that free meat.
And the following weekend, depending if I don't kill one Monday or Tuesday, then I'll probably go back up Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday probably.
Right. Gotcha. Well, good luck, Rich. Hopefully you get one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I need to get at least one or two in the freezer.
Yeah, we know your freezer's
I got a lot of deer sticks to make.
I
I got a lot of deer sticks to make, so.
I always like to try to
I've got a feeling. I know you're going to get one, but I think you're going to have an opportunity for two.
Are you looking into your crystal ball, Scott?
Hey, sometimes I just talk to people and I get I get the feeling when it comes around. When it comes about hunting, man, I'm telling you.
You know what? When I was younger and hunted, it didn't matter to me. You know, I'd love going all the time. But now, as you get older, I always try to get my limit before it gets too cold.
Right.
Well, I don't pass nothing up. If it's legal, it's going down.
Yeah, I don't hunt.
All my buddies, I'm waiting, and then they don't end up with nothing. And I'm like, nope,
Yep.
I'm not waiting.
Oh, heck no.
No, don't.
Well, there's a difference between a trophy hunter and a meat hunter, though, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I won't kill the Bambis with their mamas.
No.
You know, and I won't kill the mamas with the babies.
Right. That's cool. Right. You don't do that. You know, hey, there's plenty of them out there. You'll get yours. You know what? Right.
Yep.
That's the way I see it anyway. Definitely will. Scott, did you share the show?
Sponsored by Pepsi.
Yeah, it's already done, bro.
Shared it?
Copy that, man. I shared it.
I don't see it yet. You shared it.
Shared it.
We got 2-liter Dennis coming in here.
Sponsored by Pepsi.
That's your best. I don't see it, Scott.
It's on there.
I'm sure it's probably on.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, just so I can show you,
What's that?
my wife loves me.
What
What I have here
you
on
got?
the plate. Let's see if anyone can guess. Now, don't say, guys, what
All
this
right.
is. You already know what it is. Anybody know what this is?
I can't believe it's still sitting there and you didn't eat it yet.
Green like that?
What was it?
Fried green tomato.
Oh,
I'm green made.
And I've got 2 left.
you won't have it in
You also made fried pickles.
fried pickles, fried green tomatoes.
Yeah, I was asleep, and she woke me up, brought me a plate of them. She said, "You want these fried green tomatoes?" Man, I jumped right up. Heck yeah!
You're like, sure do.
Yeah, I was so lucky because Lisa went back to Chicago and her family, her sisters, but she got a wonderful family. But her sisters, she said something about fried green tomatoes, and I guess her sister gave her the ones that I got here. And I'm like, that's the first ones I've gotten to eat in like 12 years, I think.
Dang, Scott. Don't you
Yeah.
fry them yourself?
Well, I mean, if you got to go find somebody that's got a garden, and most people's not going to give you tomatoes.
And these were tomatoes that we just picked from the garden today. We're still picking tomatoes from our tomato plants.
Cool.
We got 3. We only planted 3 plants of 1 Roma and 2 of the big beef tomato plants. And we planted them late. And we're still, they're still out there growing with blooms. If it gets down cold, I've got plastic that I put over the top of it.
Right.
We're still picking. I mean, we picked 2 red ones today, 2 or 3 red ones yesterday, and probably about 15, 20 green ones. They're pretty good size. I mean, they're still growing.
Wow.
You ever throw your black sands in there?
In the tomatoes? Yeah, it's good fertilizer, ain't it?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Actually, that's
works.
one of my secrets that I do. I throw a lot of the black sands in there.
Yeah, it works like a charm.
It's amazing how
It works good with roses too.
roses, vegetables, anything.
Mhm. See, I didn't think about it for tomatoes. I would have did that.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
I got me a bunch. But
Well, I mean, you got tomato puts out a fruit, or that's what I would consider a flower on a
right.
tomato. So yeah, it's got to push the nutrients up through there, and
Yep.
for some reason that black sand, it holds a lot of it. It holds a lot. It holds what it needs.
I don't know. I don't know what it is in it that makes it grow.
The iron.
Is
Iron.
Is it the iron? You think?
I'm thinking iron.
Has to be the iron. I know you can put eggshells in it too. That works good.
Right. But those take a while to. They take a while to bust down.
You could crumble them up, what we did, but still wasn't enough.
Like down in Louisiana, they use a shell, crushed shell.
Oh,
What's weird is how sometimes I'll have the following year. You know how sometimes your tomatoes as it grows, when you go to pick it, the bottom of it's like rotted.
yeah.
Oh, blossom rot.
That's the problem I had. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's every year. Usually you'll have 1 or 2 tomatoes at the bottoms are rotted. You might not see one on the backside of the tomato plant that it ends up actually getting so rotted it falls off. And I've had them the following year. You go plant tomatoes and then here comes a wild one, up from where the seeds had dropped.
Mhm.
It's weird.
That is weird.
Mhm.
I got to pull mine and get rid of them. They're done. They're done.
I don't have to pull any.
Because you didn't plant. You planted some, you said.
I got one. Well, we got one at the house. Believe it or not, we got a hydroponic one going at the house. That's probably he has staked it up so it's almost touching the ceiling.
Right.
She's had to cut it twice.
Oh, yeah, the wife told me too. But one of our neighbors over here, because they do a lot of fishing, and they take all their dead minnows, and they just
Yeah.
put dead minnow down in the plant.
Yeah, that's that right there. That's an old Indian trick there.
And they get really good tomatoes.
That's the best. You put we used to put old catfish heads and catfish guts in there.
Yeah,
Man,
that'll work.
grow like crazy. I mean, like
The
crazy.
tomato might taste a little fishy, but
No, actually, it don't. It's just great fertilizer.
Yeah, it breaks down pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just
Well, like Clint Eastwood said, worms got to eat too. And what the worms leave behind, that's what you want. So
yeah. Dennis, hold up your Pepsi bottle for a minute. Trying to see how much it. Oh, that's a full one.
yeah, I just opened it right at pregame.
Okay.
And I was showing you the fried green tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
When we started the show, when I ate a couple of them, and I just cracked it open. So
Uh-huh. Because I was just wondering, they're taking bets on if you'll finish it or not.
he will by the morning.
If I wanted to, I could.
Ah.
Good in the morning. You'll have it finished.
Now, by the end of the show, they're saying.
Oh
You
no,
never can tell.
I could if I wanted to, but now this bottle here will last me a couple days.
Good Lord.
It'll be flat by tomorrow evening.
It'll be flat, right?
But I paid for it, and I'm not wasting it. But I still drink it. I still get my caffeine out of it.
get more kidney stones out of it.
He'll be fine. The
I
doctor
used
said.
to drink 1 to 2 liters of, well, when I was drinking Mountain Dew,
Hmm.
I could put down a Mountain Dew until I started passing kidney stones left and right. And then I quit on the Mountain Dew and went to Pepsi
How come you don't drink like Pepsi free?
because it ain't
Pepsi free.
It's a new generation.
Oh my! That's one I didn't think of. That's funny.
That's stupid stuff in my head. Yeah.
You ain't right. You just ain't right.
Nope.
You're wrong, but you ain't right.
That's right, man. So the Biffles ain't here tonight. So Scott, I know you said you had something you was going to talk about here in a little bit.
Well, it could be. You never can tell.
And then
I've been down, like I said, I've been doing all my stuff down on the claims, doing all my testing. Actually went down there today and went back to a place that I found some chunky gold. And today I just found it still ain't good enough. And it's irritating, really irritating to me. I know it's there, and I know it's probably where it's around places I've been. I'm just not putting the connections together about, because I'm looking at like where they dig holes at before, and where I know gold usually lies, building on with a creek. And then, like I said, you got some high rises of bedrock, which is coming out of the ground, and it goes back in. So that could be V's.
You've been taking your little puffer with you, that one you just got to.
Actually, no, I'm taking that tomorrow. I'm going to go on claim 1, and claim 1's got a big, it's big. It's a wall, but it's creek bank from years ago because the whole wall's got big giant river rock in it. So I've got a place that I walked the wall and found a place that comes out to a point, and I'm going to dig that point. That way I don't get something caving down on my head.
Right.
So I'm going to test that point because, it's old river channel, and that's like a long time that to have 40 feet high. That's where the creek used to be. A super long time ago.
Right.
And it's never been dug. It's just sitting there. And I'm going to go down and test not just in the bank, but in front of it, where the, what we call the, not necessarily fluff sand, but where the, the slow eddy is going to meet the dirt, what we call the side of the mountain.
Right.
And hopefully right there, not only will you find some of the stuff that's been in the mountain from old time stuff, but you'll also find the channel where, from the last 35, 45 floods, it's stacked along that dirt. It stayed, like a fault line. It stayed with the dirt.
Right.
So that's what I'm hoping. And that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to go down there and take the puffer with me. And I already got it set up and ready to go. And checked it out again today, made sure my cloth was clean and everything like that. So I'm ready.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to make a video of it, but I'm ready. It's more about testing because it's like it's the 14th.
Right.
So my season usually starts around the 31st. You better quit it, you.
Never.
So, like I said, I got about a half month of testing to go in, and I should be able to figure out where I want to go and where I want to set up. And sometimes you got to dig into stuff and just wait till you hit the magic spot, and then you got to follow it left or right or up and down.
All right.
So it's like I said, it's gonna be a rough year. Last year was not very good on me, so this year's the pressure's on.
Pressure's on.
It's really on.
To free Manny. No, you said you was gonna maybe talk about. Oh, crap.
Oh, what I'm doing tonight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about dry washing and stuff like that. I got a cool article that's by a website, which I'll be mentioning here in a little bit. But it's by a website, and they pretty much, I've been reading these guys for, I don't know, it's been quite some time. Because you put something in the search bar and it always goes to something that they have.
Right.
So I thought it would be cool tonight just to kind of read this and give you my interpretation on what they're saying. I mean, they'll say one thing and I might, there's like a couple things I think I could do a little different. But other than that, it's pretty cool. But it's all about dry wash. It's exactly what I'm doing now.
Okay. All right. So you got some gold prices?
If you would like some gold prices.
Oh, we would like some gold prices. Do you got?
I guess I gotta find them. Hang on. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Tonight, actually, today has been a pretty good day for trading. Well, kind of. It says plus, but I think that after it hit the bottom. But anyway, gold right now is asking price is $1,902.
What? Did it drop that much?
Now, see, this is what's funny because it says plus $9.50.
Right. Well, that was today.
So it must have dropped last night in Asia and Australia trading.
Dang.
So it come up today back to $1,902. So obviously, when New York Stock Exchange opens up, we've actually got a good enough push. We're keeping it at 1,900. So that's pretty cool. We got silver coming in at 24.36. It says 0.14. Not too much of a rise, but still around 24, $25.
Still down 25. It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, it went whatever happened last night. These guys today pushed it back up, so you got to follow along the bouncing ball thing. Platinum, 867, and it says down $5.
Okay.
So you never know what that could be. Could be 10. Palladium running in at $2,400 plus $37. Pretty big jump.
Mm-hmm.
That is a pretty big jump. Plus $37. That's pretty good. We got rhodium coming in, believe it or not, $12,800. Zeros across the board.
Really?
Yeah.
Why gold says 13,900.
Well, I don't know where he's got his stuff at. I mean, I got the current stuff going on right now on the New York spot.
That says rhodium 13.9. Yeah. Huh.
Well, if he's got the current trading prices, like if they're trading right now, it could be up there. But I got today, I got whatever just close today on the New York Stock Exchange at 12,800. So, which
interesting still. Yeah. It's changed.
Yeah, but man, can you remember it was up to what was it, 13, 14?
14.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Like
still ridiculous.
14 something.
$12,800 for an ounce. It's crazy.
Ounce. 1 little ounce.
Got to learn how to mine it.
That's it.
You got to figure out the process.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. That's all there is. Got to it. Rich, got some birthdays for us?
Yeah, I'm eating my Klondike bar.
So I guess I could sing happy birthday while he's eating his Klondike.
Yeah.
His ice
You do that. Hey, you do that because I got to go. It's getting too dark out here. I got to set up inside.
You set up.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
All right.
Take it away, Dennis.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Thank you, Dennis.
All righty, we got the birthdays for October 14th, 2020.
Okay.
Starting off with Aaron Burrell, Dennis Collins. Dennis Collins again. Must have 2 accounts.
What's that?
Hey, all right.
Donald O'Land, Greg McMiller, Cammie Schuster, Leo Stover, Randy, Regent Label, Ruben F., Rich Catalado, sounds like that, Roger, Terrace Wade, Tony B., Victor Manzo. Birthdays tomorrow. We got Billy Snake Hawk Johnson. We got Doug Freeman, Jack Nunya, and James Bledsoe.
I like that Billy Snake.
Yeah, do Billy Snake for tomorrow, but for today, huh?
Well, you got Dennis or
Let's do
Dennis.
Billy Snake.
Yeah, do the Dennis guy since he had two profiles.
Billy Snake. He is out of Sanderson, Texas. He likes sluicing and panning. As a member of GPAA and Lucky Strike Gold Mine. He found out the site from a friend on Facebook, Gold Prospecting Group, who referred him, Brian Gentle, and he likes sluice boxes and panning.
All right. Now I'll do
It
Billy's.
looks like he's been a member since 2012, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
That's a good piece.
Yeah, 8 years.
All right, let me get back to the main page here. Now you want to do
The Billy Snake guy.
I did Billy Snake.
Oh, you did? I thought you did. I thought he was tomorrow. Oh,
No, you want the Dennis
Callis.
Collins.
Yeah. Yeah. The one that has two profiles.
First one was Billy.
Yeah.
The one that has two profiles.
Compare the two. Oh,
Well, he might have. He's like me. I got two profiles because I forgot my password that time.
I think he rejoined today.
Yeah.
Actually.
Well, it didn't take me where I wanted to go.
No?
pick another one out then. That's fine.
Unless that one's dead. Let me try the other one.
Lost in the World Wide Web.
It's spinning now.
Spinning.
Didn't like
Buffering.
that.
Buffering.
Yeah, I love them spinny wheels.
Yeah, it's not rebooting. All right, come on, quit screwing around with me.
Gotta love a spinny wheel.
Spin.
I'm gonna do somebody else.
Do somebody else, Rich.
Yeah, do someone else.
I'm doing Donald O'Land.
Donald O'Land. That's a good one. Spinning wheel. Spinning round.
It's a buffering again.
He likes sluices, panning, dry washing, metal detecting, magnetometer.
What?
What's a magnetometer?
I'd have to look that up.
I've heard of that.
Wait.
Magnetometer.
Isn't that the thing that like reads whatever's like if it's high metals or whatever in the ground, it reads it?
I don't know.
I mean, if you go over like say a bunch of black sand, it'll give you a big spike.
I thought that was like one of those falcons or something or whatever it is.
Yeah, magnetometer. I don't know.
Magnometer.
Magnometer.
Yeah, it is, belongs to GPAA and Cecil referred him.
Oh, of
Of course he did. Magnometer. Now we're going to have to find out what a magnometer is.
Dennis is already
And
Googling.
You
looks
go
like he's been a member since 2013.
2015.
Another good one.
Well, happy birthday, everybody.
Yeah, happy day for sure.
Now, what's a magnometer, Dennis?
I got spinning wheels. What's going on?
Spinning wheel. He gets spinning wheel out of magnometer.
Magnometer. Hold on.
My screen right here.
Wrong mouse.
Blank.
Magnometer.
Are you?
Magnetometer is a device that measures magnetism, direction, strength, or relative change of magnetic field at a particular location. Measurement of the magnetation of a magnet material, like a ferromagnet, is an example. It encompasses one such device, one that measures the direction of ambient magnetic field.
Okay.
So, like I said, it'll show a spike in a high black sand area and stuff like that.
Okay.
Copper, nickel.
Okay.
I've heard of those, but they're pretty salty.
Ain't that like that electronic detector thing Dennis got?
No,
No,
I don't think dowsing rods are anything close.
it's not a dowsing rod. It's that electric.
That was a joke.
Oh, you mean yeah.
Yeah, that thing, right? What's it called again? Can't remember what it's called. You know what I'm talking about, Rich.
Yeah.
Spectre.
Yeah.
Spectre something.
Yeah,
Spectroscope.
ain't that like a magnometer probably?
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
They used to sell something like probably 10, 15 years ago, I guess, but they used to sell something like that in some of the gold books that had the two antennas out. And that's what it did. It made a reading of what you were walking over. But I never seen anybody really like make any videos or talk about it too much. A couple little bitty articles, but that was by like big companies. So I couldn't tell you about those.
Hogwash.
Hey, some things work and nobody knows because they're just too expensive to get. But
You could put aluminum foil around your head too while you use your.
that's just for the aliens.
It works for dowsing rods. It intensifies your dowsing rods. You know what? You didn't know
Right?
You didn't know that, did you? See?
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Buy it.
Ooh,
I wouldn't steer you wrong.
you what?
Never. If I tell you it, it's got to be the truth. Okay?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think so.
Just remember that, Scott. Every time Dennis takes a drink of Pepsi, everybody's got to drink something. It's a drinking game.
Good luck with that.
Right?
I'll be peeing all night.
Yep. See? Yeah. Jaron asked, did you see the screen capture he got of you, Dennis, on GPS? Oh, it's on the main page.
Oh, is it? I go look real quick.
Yeah, it's on the main page over there. While you look, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about some dry washing with Swiftwater. Let's dry washing. Do some dry washing. All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com. If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. Tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. Goldprospectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at goldprospectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at goldprospectorspace.com. Goldprospectorspace.com.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit dirthogpaydirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. dirthogpaydirt.com. The best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
And now it is time for In the Goldfields with Scott Swiftwater Tony. Join Scott each week as he shares useful information to help you find and recover more gold. Here's Swiftwater.
I still get a kick out of that. Anyway, for you guys out there right now in the old radio land, you all know that I've been doing dry watching and doing a lot of testing, a lot of test holes. But tonight, there's a little bit of an article I want to read. There's some of the stuff maybe we'll, talk about. We'll kind of conversate on it. Just in my opinion, but it's just, it is what it is. I got my own thoughts and these guys got their thoughts. So that's pretty cool. But it's actually an article on the Gold Rush Trading Post. And the reason why I want to read this is because usually, like a long time ago, it's been a while, I type in something, it usually comes to this trading post, and they got a lot of some pretty cool articles and stuff on there. So it's always cool to read new stuff and see what's going on. But anyway, it's called the Great Selection, or not, never mind. That's the other thing. It's the Gold Rush Trading Post. It's called Tips for Using a Dry Washer. So it says, dry washers are like high bankers, but they do not use water, making them excellent tools for recovering gold from dry material in desert areas. A dry washer is basically designed to be a waterless sluice. It separates gold from sand and other waste. Material with pulsations, air, vibrations, and static electricity instead of running water. Now, the only thing I'm not a big, I don't know about the static electricity part. I'm not like I said, I don't know about the static electricity. And I know there's a lot of machines that's out there that uses the static electricity, the motto behind it, but I don't know about it. That's just my opinion. That one I find up the air, but everything else is, the pulsations, you got to have it. The vibrations, you got to have it. And, it happens. What is it? It's a 2-in-1. When your stuff is blowing in the air, the vibration, everything heavy goes down. So it sends it to the bottom of the cup where you want to be quicker. So, but anyway, it says the top portion of a dry washer is called a hopper and consists of a box covered with wire screen. The screen is called a grizzly. Dry gold bearing material is fed into the grizzly, which is mounted at a fairly steep angle. Now, and me on this right here, I just wanted to say, me at the steep angle, it's the material you're running. If you're running, say, sand and little rocks, it doesn't have to be that steep. That way your sand has time to go in and actually fill up your hopper and run. Mm-hmm. More rocky stuff, I would say that's where I'd like to have the steeper. You want the rocks to roll off the back of the dry washer. And I usually catch them in a bucket. That way I can throw them out and not make a pile where I'm at.
Now, what's a normal size screen on the dry washer when you shovel up into the dry washer itself, what's a normal size screen that lets the dirt fall and the rocks fall off? What size mesh is that, or whatever?
It's going to be 1/4 inch.
Okay.
The most common is 1/4 inch. Now I'm sure I don't know, like you've seen the King Kong dry washer.
Uh-huh.
If you have never seen that, it's a really big one. Now I don't know because they can feed it with a backhoe. So I don't know what the screen would be on that, but most common on any kind of dry washer that I've ever messed with, it's been generally 1/4 mesh.
Okay.
So, and then to begin here, it says thin material such as dirt and small gravel falls through the grizzly screen and into the hopper. Larger materials such as rocks and sticks roll off the grizzly and back into the ground. And not only that, you got trash, bullets, a lot of things that actually roll off of it. And anyway, it says the underside of the riffle tray consists of a piece of stretched cloth that allows air to pass through the bottom of the riffle tray. The fan is mounted inside the sluice box and spins as the air is blown up through the holes in the bottom of the cloth. And what that is there's actually, you're going to have your riffle trays on top. Your cloth is going to be on your actual riffle tray. That's what holds your cons in. And then inside the tray, there's going to be a fan. And the reason why that fan is in there is because there's going to be a weight on it. Now that weight you can either have, like you heard me probably say, I think Sunday I was talking about, I put my weight in. You can have the weight all the way out, which causes like a little bit bigger vibration, or you can have it all the way in that causes like a lot of super vibrations, or in medium, if you wanted it medium, depending on, once again, your classification and what type of gold you're finding is how you set that. Now, people ask, how do you set it? Me, I find a lot of fine gold. So I like a lot of quick, finer, and more precise vibration.
More
I was
tight.
finding, what's that?
More of a tight, close vibration.
Yeah, like an actual a vibrating piece of machinery. I mean, it's like, it's running. And then if I find a little bit more chunkier stuff, I'd probably put it all the way out to give it still has a good flow to it.
Kind of like a thumper or a thumper.
Yeah, but it's not that slow though.
Okay. Because
you got to remember that fan's blowing inside, but it does give it a bigger wobble. I find it's like on mine, the heaviers will go to one side, the fines will go to one side when I have a heavier vibration.
Now, does it have a speed adjustment on it where you can adjust it up faster or slower, or? Yeah,
there's two. Well, you can't go faster or slower unless you operate. You got to turn your motor down.
Okay. Your
motor's what's running that fan. So if you're running your motor at a high speed, that fan's really moving.
All right.
So if you think about it, if you had your weight all the way out, you had your motor running wide open, you're going to get that good vibration. But man, you're going to be putting a lot of air through the bottom of that machine, and that is a big possibility of you blowing gold out. Like I said, if you know your material, that's where you know where to put your weight. You know where to, and you understand how the riffle system works, and you give it a chance to grab.
Right. So this is the blower motor that's blowing that?
Yes. Like me, I actually run a 151 right now. It's got a 4.9 Honda on it. I leave it on low because I run everything slow. Because I'm the only guy running it. I don't want to. You can't. If I run it fast, I'll be killing myself all day. So I run it low and slow and get my buckets ran, and I'm pretty good with that. But I also save my gas. It's like I said, it's all in the material you're running. Know your gold. That's the most important part. Know the gold, and then you'll figure out how to run your machine. But anyway, it says thinner material such as, oh shoot, I read that part. Where was I at? I moved my thing. The fan is mounted inside. Hang on, I moved my arrow. Yeah, I know. My leaf blower. Okay, mounted on the fan. Oh, here they go. Mounted on the fan is a weight that throws the fan off balance when spinning and vibrates the entire box. The additional vibration assists in forcing flour gold to the bottom to be trapped in the cup area. And it says lighter material is then blowed off, which we call chaff or chafe, or it's crap sand, mica, a lot of it, that's for sure. Then it gives some tips here. It says, keep the following tips in mind, and you just might see the results in your dry washing efforts pay off even better. It says tip number 1, it says most soils and clays cause problems. So be sure that crush up the lumps of clay and or dry dirt in the sun. Plastic tarps are ideal because clay is going to be a little moist. So you want to put it out. I actually like, a lot of people say plastic tarps. I like canvas a lot better. I think it airs it out a little bit quicker when I have to do this. Before running through the dry washer, though, it says surface soils might seem dry, but if you dig down a few inches, you will find moisture in the soil that would cause your sand, gravel, and gold to stick together. So more or less, if it's any, I mean, it's called a dry washer, folks.
Right.
And I've got a rule of thumb. If I can grab a handful of dirt and squeeze it as hard as I can, even if it's dry, if I squeeze it as hard as I can and open up, if there's still a ball, a clod, it's still too wet.
Too moist.
Yeah, it's still too moist.
Yeah, it's too moist.
It's too moist.
And I mean, it's like I said, it's called a dry washer because out here right now, you can't grab any dirt, make it into a ball.
No.
Now, when you're out there and you don't have any water and it's not dry enough to run a dry washer because it's too moist, what do? You just classify material with a regular classifier and take it to a water source, or like, what do you do? You're gonna lay it out. Like, you can classify it, which is a lot better because aeration is key. So I like to classify stuff, and then you can actually lay it out in piles, like long piles, but not really that deep. And then next day, all you got to do is scoop those piles up, follow your lines, and scoop the piles back up, and just run it, because it'll be dry after a day. Because I know some of that pit dirt that I get, sometimes when I ship it out, if it's too wet or too moist, I'll like you talk about, I spread it out, but I spread it out on cardboard. Cardboard really helps that. That's another thing, because that attracts moisture. It'll pull it out. Like I said, some people like a plastic tarp. I think it dries better if you have a canvas tarp, in my opinion. Right. So, but anyway, tip number 2 here, it says double check all the throwaway, which, we all say follow the dry washers if you got a metal detector. So, but anyway, check all the throwaway rocks that get stuck in the grizzly before discarding. Scanning them with a metal detector is a great way to ensure you're not tossing aside gold-laden rocks, which that right there is, I don't want to say nuggets, because usually if a nugget falls off of we got a caller.
Call in.
Let's see. All right. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Mr. Tim, it's Ray calling from Juneau, Alaska.
What's up, Ray?
I gotta call up and give our old buddy Swiftwater here just a little bit of a radio check here.
Okay.
Give it to him, Ray.
Well, now 4 years ago, when he was with his buddy out there, then they were doing that dry washing. They bailed on it, and he was giving us the big rundown as like, okay, we're not going to be doing the dry washing anymore. And then just the other day, I seen his new little puffer video, which wore my arm out just watching him do it. And then I went ahead and I typed in the Keen, the big Keen Monster one that the Keen Monster one pulled up. And even with the Keen Monster one, at the end of their video, they went right back to a multi-sluice system of some kind to do their final clean out. But I did kind of have a brain fart, and you're talking about wet material and that dry washer. Another piece of equipment that might just work really good. I could be all full of shit, which is normal for me, but it would seem to me one of those chain rock crushers that would take and go ahead and go through quite a bit of material and pulverize it down as small as possible. That way, even if you've got gold stuck on the quartz, that it might flatten it out and they can possibly stick in that puffer a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. You know, it'd probably be a cold day in hell before you're ever going to catch me in the desert, anyways. But, I did got to kind of laugh at guy going back to his little puffer and just stroking his arm off. It was like, oh my God, you told us you weren't going to do it no more.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, Ray, I actually like that little machine for what it is. It's just made to test. So you run maybe a bucket through it, and you move on. You run a bucket through it, and you move on. It's really a pretty cool. And he's, like I said, he built it strong, and I think it looks great myself, and it works great too. I mean, we actually found like two or three pieces that day in the test we did the sand. And when I went back and went with the 151, it wasn't enough to warrant running gas. I mean, if somebody sat there and puffed with it all day and had fun, you know, you'd find gold and have a good time. But I'm looking for the big stuff right now, the nice solid hits. But the tester, as it is, for me to be able to pick it up, run, set it up, and if I could hit 15 spots a day, holy cow, that's just bigger than dragging that 151 to 15 spots. You'd be dead.
Yeah, I do got to admit, I mean, the guy is definitely a good carpenter. He did a really jam up of a building, and it's a beautiful looking little puffer. You know, but I would just kind of have I don't know, it would take me a tremendous amount of work to ever get used to the idea of not having water, you know, and, you know, when you see that much material going off the end of the sluice, that doesn't look like it actually ever got puffed up in the air.
Oh, it does. It doesn't look like it, but it does.
Well, you know, anyhow, I just had to call you up and say, well, you know, that's not what you were saying 4 years ago. You backpedaling hard on us here, buddy.
Oh no, there's certain ones that really work really good, and I've had 3 or 4 that I'll just tell you I don't like them. But this one, like I said, for what we ran through it, the way it actually worked, the pitch it had, the material that he had working it, it was solid. It was like a new improvement to the old time theory. Like I said, I liked it. I think I'm hard to impress. That's the big thing, because if it don't work, I'll tell you.
Well, yeah, we all know you're just saying, you know, we all know that. We're just saying.
Right.
There's going to be gold there, but how you're going to get it's going to be a different story.
Yep.
I guess before I hop off of there, I want to tell Tim Grimes, thanks again, buddy, man. The Gold Prospector space, I'm glad you keep it open week after week. And Rich, man, I tell you, I hope you get that deer. And when you do, you make up some jerky. I like deer jerky. It is really tasty stuff.
Everybody
know.
Have to ship Ray a box down to Alaska.
And Dennis, keep your shirt on, for God's sake, for the love of God.
We can only hope.
And if everybody wants to donate anything to Dennis Dayton, send him peanuts and walnuts and cashew nuts and, you know, all the good stuff to really chew on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But don't give him a pack of fudge.
Everybody.
All right. Thanks, Ray.
Thanks, Ray.
Bye, buddy.
Oh, he's funny.
pack of fudge.
Anyway, you guys, we got like I said, we got just a couple more tips. It says number I don't know what number it is. 1, 2, 3. It's the third one. Don't limit yourself to dry washing. Proven areas because of high costs associated with accessibility and the lack of water. Most desert regions have gone largely untouched by mining operations of yesteryear, which means there's probably still a lot of places out there it's dry as a bone because, well, you're not going to spend the money to actually go out and do that. But anyway, we would. Anyway, it says a side benefit is that you don't have to go far off the beaten path. Urgent gown.
Another one.
All right, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Wygold here.
Wygold.
Not much. I just wanted to give some. Oh gosh, what was I going to? Oh yeah, give Scott some trouble here.
Okay.
With that puffer.
Go
Why
for
would
it.
you want to be using that rope like that? And wouldn't it be easier to maybe put a wheel on it? I'm just curious. You know.
Well, see, the thing is if you had a wheel, which I've had a wheel puffer before, but if you have a wheel puffer, you're either setting on a bucket or you're kneeling down and cranking it. This puffer, you can actually, I mean, it's got a string on it. You can stand up and stand away from it and puff, and you know, you can just let it work while you're doing your other stuff. I could be looking at what I want to dig. I could be thinking about which way I want to go while I'm sitting there working it. But like I said, it's just a test machine. The one I'm running is a test machine. You're just going to run a 5-gallon bucket or 2 5-gallon buckets through and then go to your next spot. You know, unless you're just like a weekender, you just want to go out and have fun. You can go out there and you can work that all day long. It's not going to tire you out. It's like I said, it's really, it's light. You wouldn't believe it.
Okay. Now, would the inventor, would he be able to, the guy that put that puffer setup, would he be able to add a wheel on it and use a battery operation, like a small battery?
You know, that would be totally, like I said, that would probably be totally up to him if he could do something like that. I know he does build a bigger puffer, and he also does an air dry washer as well. But I mean, if you call him up and you ask him if he could put it on, I mean, if he'd be glad to answer your questions. He's a good old guy. He's good dude to talk to. So he could probably answer that better than I could. But I don't know about the wheel, because I mean, they're pretty compact. They're really light. And as soon as you start adding a wheel and stuff like that to them, they're not going to be as light. But I figure if you wanted one, I bet you he could probably do it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds good. By the way, where's Manny?
Where is that fella at tonight?
He's taking a nap right now.
He's always napping.
I know he's a tired guy.
He don't do nothing. He shouldn't be.
I got plans. I got plans for Manny. That's why he's sleeping up. But he'll be around.
All right.
All right. I appreciate the video, Scott. Man of your words, even though it took you forever.
Yeah.
It's all right, man. We like having you come in. We also like your criticisms on the videos or on my post. I've seen them both.
All right, I'll let you go.
All right. Take care.
Take care. Have a good night.
Later, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Scott.
All right. And then, like I said, we're getting back in the middle. It says the rest of it says virgin ground can be in washes right off the major roadways. I'm going to have to say not as much as what you think. If they're right off the road, they've probably been hit pretty hard with a dry washer metal detector. You know what? There's no such thing as easy gold anymore. You're just not going to walk up and go, oh my gosh, look at this nugget. It just doesn't happen like that. You actually have to do a little work, and most people just have fun doing it. So, and anyway, it says, keep an eye on the terrain, areas where the greatest amount of erosion has occurred, as usually the areas where the highest concentration of gold values might be found, which there's a video that I made some time ago, and I was dry washing on the gold pension too, and I used where the water would come off the road and it eroded. I mean, it was probably a good 10 feet deep, and I could see the layers perfectly in the sand. So I picked a couple good choice layers out of that, and that's actually the test that I ran that day. So, man, yeah, if you can use erosion to your advantage, especially in the desert, use it. That's vital. That's vital.
Okay.
Just because you can see all the level, you can see your levels.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if your level goes right down to bedrock and it stops, what do they call that? Just dig out the bedrock, but watch for the stuff falling down, but just take out the good stuff is what you want, in my opinion.
Okay.
Anyway, it says one of the best locations to look for gold is where the hills meet the desert and fan out. That would be kind of an alluvial fan, is what we call that. And if you don't know what alluvial fan is, there's plenty of things on Gold Prospector Space. If you look that up, you'll find out what an alluvial fan is really quick. It says this is where flood waters form, storms, drop gold, and gullies and washes. There also may be more gold traps further up the hillside. All it takes place in a good storm that changes the face of a desert landscape. So dry washing after a storm can potentially uncover previously hidden gold. Now, you can't go right out after a storm, folks, and use a dry washer. So, like I said, if it's any kind of moisture in the dirt, it's not, you're going to get 30% instead of 70%.
Gotcha.
So don't go right up after a storm and do that. But yeah, that's, like I said, that's the end of the article. And like I said, there's a couple things that, yeah, they're dead on the money. And there's a couple things I'm like, I'm kind of iffy about, but makes a great article, gives good fundamentals and a good projection on what you want to do when you go out with a dry washer. So I found it fundamentally a great article. And like I said, that is by the Gold Rush Trading Post. You can look them up, and they got other things on here as well about pretty much all kinds of stuff.
Nice. Well, very good.
Pretty informative.
Very good.
Was.
Good little segment there, Scott. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not easy, folks. I'm just telling you.
Moisture.
Yeah, moisture and dirt.
Moistness.
It was
Now,
easy.
kids-
If it was easy, everybody do it, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, kids love dry washing because you come back and all you can see is your eyeballs. Kids love getting dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Now the adults might not like it too well, because you're sitting there getting dirty. But at the end of the day, when you do see, after you did your testing and you produce gold and you go out and you do your work and you come back and you actually see the gold in the bottom of your pan, that's kind of the whole big treasure behind it,
Sure.
And sometimes you're really surprised that you found quite that much because you didn't think you were. But at the end of the day, when you say, hey man, that's a lot of gold that I found, in some people's eyes, that's going to be the big thing. That's going to keep them coming back and do it again.
Yeah, very cool, Scott. Thank you. Good little segment. It's nice to have a little segment.
You're welcome.
Filling in on the West Coast Wednesday, Scott coming up with a little dry washer segment. Very cool. Appreciate that, Scott.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a video or not a video, but a show on the different types of dry washers. But I can't because I'm totally biased one way.
Hey.
And so, I mean, I know dry washers are dry washers. Yes, they work, but there's just certain setups on certain ones that I've seen that I'm like, I just wouldn't trust it. There's no way I wouldn't trust it.
Right.
So, but I can't do that. But maybe, just maybe,
You should
pull somebody in on the side that's not biased and have a show with them. We might have something like that going.
Well, you can be biased. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just stating your opinion on it.
Yeah. Just you gotta keep an open opinion though when you're actually talking about different machineries.
Right. Right. That's what I mean. So yeah, you can do it. We don't care. One of these days you need to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Just need to do it. It's okay.
We'll try.
You can be biased. It's fine. Know what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah.
got it. All right. So I think on that note, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Scott, thank you. Great segment.
You got it, bud.
I want to thank everybody that called in tonight. Dennis, thank you for being here. Rich, you didn't fall asleep. Dang it.
I
Yeah.
almost did.
That Klondike bar woke you up, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
I know. It's
Why I had it.
I'd like to give a special shout out to the callers myself. Hey, thanks to you guys, Why Gold and Ray. Thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate when you call in like that.
oh yeah. And don't forget to join us Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be here. Rich won't be here. He'll be out in the woods getting him some deer meat. So
Sausage,
Rest of us
steaks,
here.
hamburger,
Naughty.
Sausages. Needs a spray a box of deer jerky, ear sticks or something.
I'm saying two. I'm saying he's going to get one, but he's going to have a chance for two.
Oh.
If he gets that second one, he's going to be good. But I think I feel it.
He's saying two. All right. Well,
We'll see.
we'll see. Yep. All right. And once again, thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you Sunday. Until then, we're out of here. Have a great week, everybody.
Good night, gold diggers.
Good night.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
Should have talked about them flowers, Scott.